Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nauren Kesuma Putri and I'm from class 2D and my study number is 121 2040 125. Here I will carry out the assignment of one of the course on my campus, namely English, Phonology and Phonetic. This assignment was given by the Honorable Mr. Roli Agung Yudiantara. This assignment is also the assignment and assessment on this course in the second semester. Here, I will convey material, the place and the manners of articulation to the best of my knowledge during the learning process and seek from various reference and some source that I choose selectively. Hopefully material that I will present now can be useful for those who have listening this presentation from the start until the end. I hope you can enjoy this presentation. So let's start it. The first is place of articulation. Place of articulation refers to where the sound is made in the mouth. The place of articulation refers to where the articulators is like tongue, teeth, lips, or glottis make contact in the vocal tract to create consonant sounds. Let's look at the process of consonant production to see where the place of articulation fits in. The first process is air built up in the lungs. The second is air then moves toward the trachea, larynx, and pharynx. The third is the diaphragm and chest muscle control airflow. The vocal cord in the larynx start a vibration cycle which builds up air pressure and generates acoustic waves. The airflow can go either through the oral cavity or the nasal cavity depending on the sounds. Finally, the air is modified by the articulators like tongue, lips, teeth, and palate. In NAE, there are 7 places of articulation. The first is bilabial, meaning as contact between the lips. The second is labiodental. The meaning is contact between the lower lip and the upper teeth. The third is dental. The meaning is contact between the tip of the tongue and the area just behind the upper teeth. The fourth is alveolar. The meaning is contact between the tongue and the alveolar ridge. This is the ridge area between the upper teeth and the hard palate. The fifth is palatal contact between the tongue and the hard palate or alveolar ridge. The sixth is velar. The meaning is contact between the tongue of the soft palate. And the last is glottal. The meaning is restriction of airflow at the glottis. And then there is a place of articulation diagram. There are 3 parts. The first part is coronal. Coronal consonants are speech sound made with the most flexible part of the mouth, the tongue. Coronal consonant can be bilabial, dental, labiodental, alveolar, and post-alveolar. There are 4 further subcategories. The first category is apical, made by the tip of the tongue. The second is laminal, made by the blade of the tongue. The third is dump, made when the tongue bends upwards. The last is subapical, made at the bottom of the tongue. In English, the coronal consonants are L, S, Z, N, D, T. It is good to be aware of coronal consonant, especially if you are learning a new language, because it helps to know which part of the tongue to use. And the second, there is dorsal. Dorsal consonants are speech sound created with the tongue, but they use the body of the tongue rather than the tip or the blade. Dorsal consonants include palatal and velar consonants. Because of the flexibility of the tongue dorsum, its back, we can reach a wide area in the roof of the mouth, from the hard palate where we form the palatal consonant to the velum where we form the velar consonants. There are 4 types of dorsal consonant in English. The first is voice palatal approximant. made with the middle or back of the tongue touching the hard palate. The second, voice filler nasal, made with the back of the tongue touching the soft palate with airflow escaping from the nose. The third, voice filler plosive, made within the back of the tongue touching the soft palate and the vibration of the vocal cords. And the last is voiceless filler plosive, made with the back of the tongue touching touching the soft palate with no vibration of the vocal cords. And the last, there are labial consonant. Labial consonant are speech sound created when one or both lips interact as active articulators. As we have seen before, labial consonant divide into bilabial and labiodental. There are 5 ways of making labials in English. The first, voiceless bilabial plosive. The meaning is articulated with both lips and with no vibration of the vocal cords. The second is voice bilabial plosive, articulate with both lips and with the vibration of the vocal cords. The third is labiodental nasal. The meaning is articulated with the lower lips and upper teeth with the airflow escaping through the nose. And the fourth, voiceless labiodental fricative. The meaning is articulated with the lower lip and the upper teeth with no vibration of the vocal cords. And the last is the voice labiodental fricative. The meaning is articulated with the lower lip and the upper teeth with the vibration of the vocal cords. So the second is manner of articulation. Manner of articulation refers to how the sound is made. In NAE, there are 6 manners of articulation. The first is stop or plosive. The meaning is a consonant produced by stopping the flow of air at some point and suddenly releasing. Synonyms: occlusive, plosive consonant, or plosive speech sound, and stop. And the second is fricative, consonant sounds, such as English, F or V, produced by bringing the mouth into position to block the passage of the airstream, but not making complete closure, so that air moving through the mouth generates audible friction. And the third is affricate, the meaning composite speech sound consisting of a stop and a fricative articulated at some point, as ch in chair and j in joy. Synonyms: affricate and affricative. And the fourth is nasal. The meaning is a consonant in which air escapes only through the nose. In English, M and are nasal consonant. Linguistic, phonology and phonetics, alliterative, and alveolar. Approximants, there are glib and liquid. The meaning is in a consonant sound in which air is able to flow almost completely freely. The sounds W, I, and R are examples and approximants in English. Thank you so much. This is the material that I can present to all of you. Sorry if the presentation is not as good and perfect as the others, because here I'm also still learning to be better again and again. So thank you so much, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.